We pretty much took the day off today, and I think it was a wise move. Did have a little bit of green on a couple of the funded accounts that I traded today, but overall I'm just kind of happy to stay out of the market today. Wow, what a crazy market. Hey fellow traders, it's Black Coffee Trader. It is Monday, April the 7th, and it is a crazy NASDAQ. Look at this move this morning from 10 o'clock. At 10 o'clock, we ripped up from the 17,200s all the way up to the 18,350s in a matter of about 360s, actually, 350s, in a matter of about 10 minutes, 1,200 points, something like that. Crazy, crazy. Even like these little candles right here, this is 60 points from the 740s to this wick down here is at the 690s, we'll call it. That's 50 points. That little itty bitty candle is 50 points. This one right here, 300 points. It is absolutely crazy. If you were trading the NASDAQ today and making money, my hat is off to you. You did a great job. I did not trade the NASDAQ today. I only took only traded 2 accounts. I really had these a little bit up and down. I had them up to green, I don't know, 20, 30 bucks maybe, and then I lost some money and got them back, and then I just quit. We'll dive into those trades real quick. I'm not going to go through everything. There wasn't that many, but we'll look at the trades here real quick, and then we'll look at the market in general in big picture format. So I did restart my NinjaTrader several times this morning during this area where we had this major move, because I had some missing data and a lot of lag. I was trading a couple of evals at the time, and it wasn't performing very well as far as the data was. So I had to restart, and these orders here are not displaying properly. This loss, I think, was this little wick rejection of this 5,710 area here on the ES, which was a loss. And then I did take a long, and I think that was right here. A nice little long there for $100 winner. The 2 best trades of the day really were these 2 on ES. I had a really nice break and retest. Really kind of not really a break and retest. This is more of a key level hold trade. We've been holding off of this level, this same level I took this trade in the morning. And true to my typical, one of the areas I really need to work on is increasing my stop loss, and I did it here. I did increase my stop loss, but I still got stopped out. Even ES was moving at a pretty big moves on ES today as well. But I front ran this maybe a little bit, but really my stop should have been down here below VWAP. I really love these wicks and these holds that were coming in, and I simply got stopped out there. $150 loss, only trading 2 micros. And then I jumped back in again when I saw this thing hold, and that ended up being a big ripper candle, and probably should have, could have gotten a lot more, but that was a really nice trade, $200 trade. And then right here we took another small little loss, and then this one here was another pretty good trade, only with 1 contract, but that was a pretty nice little trade. So really happy with the execution there, and a little bit back and forth. I think I had a couple gold trades this morning. I was looking at this rejection on gold and caught the first contract, and then I got stopped out. And then here I took a loss. I thought this was breaking out, took a loss there, took another loss here, and then I did catch a winning trade. It wasn't a great winning trade. This eventually did fall apart, but took 2 contracts off there, about an $80 trade there. And the big thing I was looking at on gold is we were really kind of, I thought we were holding on to this level, and we basically today on gold, we dipped below this high from February, and we kind of dipped below, but we pushed right back in it. So I think this is an area that's probably going to be in play tomorrow. Potentially we may want to look at these highs from February. That may create some opportunity tomorrow if you trade gold. As far as the other markets go, we almost have to look at the daily chart. We did have a green day today as far as the markets go. That is really interesting. But look at this wick. I mean, today's wick is from the 16,440s to the 18,340s. 16. That's almost 2,000 points. That is insane. But the interesting thing that I discovered here end of day, I'm kind of looking at where we're holding, and I feel like this 17,650 area which is this high from back in 2023. That 17,650 to down here to the Friday lows around the 522s. I don't know, what did I just hit? This thing has just been really, really laggy for me today. Like right now, I accidentally clicked something and it just froze up. So we'll have to be a little patient here and it'll come back. But that area, yeah, I don't want to move anything. This is the Friday lows. This area right here, maybe we can see it better here, really is kind of right here, this range. This is that 2023 highs. And then if you look also, there was this little bit of a high, kind of a hold area that was put in November. And we had the little wick down and then we pushed out of it on this big move up. But that seems to be where we're at. And I feel like, just looking at today's price action, we really tried to hold on to that level. We've really tried to hold, and we're kind of at the end of the day here. We're dipping down below it here just a little bit on the NASDAQ, but that is really holding. This area, this red area that I've got marked out, that is this middle of this gap down, and this also corresponds with the lows, these highs right here from September, and also these lows that we just talked about. We were holding this, and then this dip down here before it pushed out. That's really where this band is. We definitely held that and pushed out of it today, but we've kind of struggled to hang on to this 650 range. But I think you could almost make the argument that really anything from this 17,200 up to the 650s, this entire area is probably something that we'll need to be really looking into. And if we can hold on to this, if we could kind of hold on to this region right here, if we could hold on to this in the overnight session, I think there's an opportunity there for further upside. The way this thing kind of looks, we've kind of bottomed out here temporarily. With as crazy as this market is, who knows, but we did kind of bottom out, double bottom. We pushed out and we're kind of on an uptrend. Again, this could be a bear flag with this move down. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. And I'll figure that out later. I think I moved it down from somewhere up here probably, but I'll double check that later. This could be simply a bear flag. Where we're simply doing one of these, where's my trend channel? We're simply doing one of these before we see, another move back to the downside. We did bounce off of these highs here today. So I don't know, we'll see. The jury's definitely out on this market for sure. But this is an area that I'm definitely going to be watching overnight to see if this holds out, if this holds up. And if it holds up, do we have an opportunity for further upside for longs? Yeah, today was just one of those days. Like I said, I really didn't. I was just too with the way I've traded the last part of April or March. A little bit of a struggle, and I just felt like it wasn't worth the risk for me to trade this kind of movement and volatility on my funded accounts today. I just didn't see. It just didn't feel like it was wise. So, kind of glad I stayed away. As far as ES, a similar picture in a sense. It's almost a little bit more clear. On ES, we have these holds from December of 2023, kind of the same move, and I think that same area seems to be in play on ES as well. That would be right here at the 51,050s. So let's take a look at that. That is right here. So the area we're looking at on ES to probably hold in the overnight is really kind of this range right in here through this gap fill. If that holds, then we probably are looking for possible more of a bullish market tomorrow. So I hope so. I like a bullish trend a lot more than a bearish trend, and we have definitely been on a bearish move on these markets. It is crazy how far we have fallen from. This was in February, so a couple of months ago we were up here at the 22,500s, and today we were down here at the 16,500s. That is 6,000 points in a couple of months. That is wild. So anyway, I can show you a trade Zella. It's not really that much to see. Couple trades, more than 2 trades, but 2 accounts, 45% win rate, nice win to average winner to loser, and did have a nice little green start to the week. So anyway, nothing much to speak of there. The key today was just watching this market and kind of seeing what levels really start to develop. Where do we see these holds come in? I did plot some of these intraday today as they developed. I just felt like some of these more or less developed intraday today, and I guess the key is to see what develops and how does this thing play going into tomorrow. So I think I'll leave you with that. Short little update, but hope you guys had a good day out there. Hope you didn't get wrecked. And trade well tomorrow. Keep your head on straight. Be careful out there. And thanks again for following along. Appreciate y'all. Until next time, take care and so long.